Hey everybody, behind that massive discus and that snakeskin gourami is my Ctenopoma Acutirostre. There he is. And recently I've been getting concerned about him. I'm trying to do an update here, but the discus do not seem to want to get out of the way and give us a very good look. But he's getting old and he's starting to get a little bit bloated. I'm starting to notice a little bit of that pine cone look. His scales are starting to stick out on the sides a little bit. And I don't think he's going to be around for too much longer. But it was suggested to me that lowering the temperature a little bit in the tank might help him out. I did have the tank a little bit warmer because of the discus. I had the tank set up about 83 degrees, and that's kind of warm for what this Ctenopoma has been in for most of its life. Most of its life it's been in probably 76 or 78 degrees, and only over the last few months since I added these discus did I turn the temperature up. And so the other day I turned the temperature back down. I set the thermometer, I set the temperature in there at 80, and we are currently sitting at 81. So I might bump it down just a little bit more. The number that's on the dial on the heater in there is not necessarily as accurate as my temperature controller up there, and the temperature controller is saying we're sitting at 81 degrees, and so even though I have it set for 80, we're still a little warmer than that. So I might knock it down to where the heater says 79 degrees, and then that'll bring our actual tank temperature down to 80. But the Ctenopoma does look a little bit better than it has in the last several days. The bloating seems to be subsiding a little bit. It doesn't seem quite so pine-coney. And up until this morning, every time I've come in and looked at it, it has had itself sort of wedged between either the filter intake or the heater, or always just something to keep itself sort of wedged in there so that it wasn't floating. It seemed to have like swim bladder issues, and now not only is it not wedged anywhere, it also doesn't seem like it's having buoyancy issues. It seems like it's behaving much more naturally. So I don't know if I should get my hopes up. I've never had a fish show signs of bloating and then recover from it. Every fish I've ever had that got bloated up eventually got worse until eventually it died. And so I don't know whether or not I should be hopeful by this, but I did want to do an update. I've mentioned this fish a couple times recently, but I wanted to do an update strictly on this fish. The discus are still waiting for their good nummies. They think every time I walk in the room I'm going to feed them, and so they're lined up waiting. But that was an update on my Ctenopoma. Cross your fingers, as I said. Hopefully it will recover. And who knows, I talked to somebody the other day, had one of these live for 13 years. So mine is about 8 and pretty much reaching the maximum lifespan of what they're kind of expected to live. But fish will often live well beyond what they're expected to live. And so if it recovers from this little incident, then who knows, maybe I'll have it for a good long time yet to come. But I'm not getting my hopes up just yet. So make sure you're subscribed. You won't miss any updates on this fish or anything else. You never know what you're going to get with me. Except, of course, you always know that Friday night and Sunday night at 8 p.m. I do a live stream. I make myself available to help troubleshoot any problems, answer questions, so on and so forth. And Sunday night, of course, we do a discussion topic, and that's always interesting. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you ring that bell, all that good stuff, and you won't miss any of that. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.